Hi, welcome to HowtoDandD. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about toilets or latrines or long drops in your game of Dungeons and Dragons. I know this is a very strange topic. It is a topic that I have wanted to talk about for some time. And the reason being, you don't really see toilets, latrines, long drops, portaloos, or anything like that in your game of Dungeons and Dragons. It seems to be the one thing in terms of the design of any layout, often which they go to great lengths to make sure that it seems sort of like a real life location, but they leave out the toilet, which begs the question, do monsters, NPCs, and do the characters ever have to take a poo or a pee? Do they ever have to get rid of their waste? Where would that be? Now, I know this sounds like a really strange video, and if you look on YouTube, you'll probably find almost no topics on it. But isn't it strange how the design of Dungeons and Dragons and their locations has left out this one location which is key to body functions? And I can tell you now that I have included toilets or latrines in my adventures from time to time, and the responses from my players have been absolutely hilarious. And of course, when you come across a location like that, you can describe it in the most appalling manner. And, you know, I've even had people make constitution saving throws to deal with the smell from a latrine or a toilet. You can have it covered in all sorts of really nasty stuff. This is possibly why it has been left out of adventures, simply because of the very nasty function of the toilet. You know, you don't really see videos where people have a discussion with you while they're sitting on a toilet, which is probably what I should have done. I should have done this video while sitting in my bathroom on my toilet to make the point. But I'm not, because the sound in there would have been terrible, and the car seems to work out pretty well. But I would advise you that leaving out something like the latrine or the toilet from your game, you're losing part of the fun of playing Dungeons and Dragons. I often feel that Dungeons and Dragons, you can take the serious route, but I actually like to poke a bit of fun at stuff from time to time. And as a dungeon master and even a player, it's quite entertaining to have these sorts of things sort of included. But you know, given that we all have to do it at some point, you know, if it's not included in a map for your adventure, or a dungeon, or a castle, or a building, or some sort of location where quite clearly at some point they need to go and do it, there must either be a hole that nobody knows about with a spade beside it that says, do your business here, or there's a bush. Now, having gone camping before, I know that it would not be advisable to go and do your business behind a bush, particularly if all you have are leaves. You know, cleaning off with leaves is bad news. All sorts of very nasty things can happen in that location if you start using leaves, which is why I've only ever done it once and I'll never do it again. It also means that when you go camping, you always take toilet paper with you. So, as you're an adventuring party, maybe including a roll of toilet paper or some sort of thing for cleaning off later on is appropriate for your location. I'm trying really hard not to laugh while I shoot this video, so just bear with me. I have really wanted to do this for a long time. And now, the long drop or the hole with the spade. Can you imagine coming across a location where you find a spade and a sign, maybe a large sign that you sort of can hide behind, that you turn around that says, you know, in use, and then on the other side it says out of use, and there's like a hole, and there's freshly sort of shoveled dirt over what potentially is a pile of you know what. Quite an interesting sort of location to have. I would say something that a lot of people will never want to know about, but I have included it and I have found it very, very entertaining. But it does beg the question, you know, we seem to have left out that one element, you know, in our maps, in our dungeons, in our adventures. There's no portaloo, there's no toilet. I don't ever have to do that sort of thing. And what fun could be had from coming across that? And seriously, there's a lot of fun that can come across from that. You know, even a place where there's just a pile of shit, and it's because a beast or a monster has done their business, after eating the adventurers or some city folk or some town folk or villagers or whatever, and of course all of the possessions that they were wearing come out. You know, a good place to sort of shove your hand in and try and see if you can find some loot. Of course, it won't be a very pleasant experience, but an interesting encounter nevertheless. Anyway, if you found this video entertaining or informative in any way whatsoever, please share, like and subscribe. Make a comment below if you have included a latrine, a toilet, a portaloo or a long drop in your adventure and what the response was from your players. I would like to hear from you. And till next time, keep rolling a 20.